What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is V.E.R.S.I.O.N, and welcome back to another theory video here today for Black Ops 3. This one somewhat relating to yesterday's video in terms of the version storyline. This one goes a little bit deeper, though, into something that may in fact be very important to the storyline or could end up being nothing, but regardless, I find it extremely interesting and something that a lot of people passed over simply because it's something that got updated without a lot of people knowing. This version website, or the Enhance Yourself for a Better Tomorrow blog site, got updated a few times under the radar and not too many people actually knew about it, but it is completely updated right now. There hasn't been any updates to it the past couple of days, so I'm assuming this is the final build of the actual site. Now from there's some really interesting things that we can take a look at, but as with all of this theory stuff, take it with a grain of salt. We have no idea whether or not it's actually true, but it definitely is something cool to take into consideration and maybe we could see come out into the actual game. Now, if you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, and if you guys do like the video, be sure to leave a like rating down below. It really does help the video and the channel out. But getting right into it, this theory deals with brain compatibility. Now, I've been referring to this website as the V.E.R.S.I.O.N site. That actually stands for Virtual Evaluation of Response Similarities in Organic Networks. In layman's terms, testing or evaluating of the brain. Now, this one is an SCCA, which is a Simulated Cognitive Compatibility Assessment. That is going to be comparing these two characters, Bastion and Garmet, that we see all throughout the actual story. Right now, this prequel story is still relatively foggy in all honesty. Again, like yesterday, it's massive, but not really too much is understood, but there are a few things that we can take out from this, being that it is completely updated now and this is the final version of the site. The entire story, firstly, is a simulation. Reading through it the first time, initially, I wouldn't be able to tell you that right off the bat, but with updated art, it showcases that it's an evaluation and simulation quite easily. It's really hard to piece this together, though, if you don't have the actual images, so now that this is completely updated, that's where we can see this actually coming from. Now, with this additional art, there are also additional hints. Now, first things first, there are simulation and computer modules built for Garmet and Bastion alike. It looks almost like a computer connectivity map where it's showing everything going into the build for the builds of the actual world around them to generate, including things like smells, locations, people, recalls, memories like that, and pretty much everything that you would see in everyday life. Everything to this build would feel real, but it's not. Almost like a hint of Inception in there. Now, potentially what's even more interesting is the visualization of each layer of the brain in the chapters. That's the image that will actually come up and indicate that you're starting a new piece to this story, and it'll showcase where exactly the story is taking place at that point in time, with a different location in this almost cylindrical maze type of object. Now, what is the significance behind this? It's a compatibility test, where they're testing the metadata of either two individual people or seeing how they react as each person. Now, we don't really know too much of this story. This is pretty much all that we have, but we do know that there is pairing of body and machine in Black Ops 3, but the notion and hints of mind-to-mind or memory transfusion, this could go much farther than what we know of body to machine, hence the compatibility tests. But at the end of almost every single module type image, it is quite interesting that the scores for Bastion as well as Garmet match up perfectly to the point where they're the exact same number every single time. That to me is extremely interesting and something that I really want to know more of, but we don't have just enough yet to make the assumption or conclusion for what this could actually mean, whether it's mind-to-mind, memory transfusion, or something different. Right now, we just don't know, but it is something very cool, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on it down below. That's where we're going to end it today, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just think down there in the comment section down below. What do you guys think? Do you think it's memory-to-memory, memory transfusion, or something just dealing with mind-to-machine? But thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like the video, be sure to leave a like rating down below. Any shares to your Facebook, Twitter, and or MySpace if you would like that, always greatly appreciated. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe for the best of Call of Duty Black Ops 3 content. Any new news or information, you guys know exactly where to find it right here on my channel. Thank you guys once again so much for watching. My name's been V.E.R.S.I.O.N. As always, hope you guys are having a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care and peace.